if you want your ex back, your ex cannot perceive that you want anything from them, let alone a relationship. This is why during active no contact, that is, not texting your ex first, being willing to talk to them, but not texting them first. This is why it's so important that you don't make bids for their attention. The entire strategy around getting your ex back has to do with not making bids for your ex's attention, at least for a set period of time. Eventually, it's going to become okay for you to reach out to your ex because sometimes people never reach out. Sometimes, and it's not, I know all of you think that your ex is never going to reach out, but sometimes that really does happen. Most of you are just delusional because you're despairing. But that's really the truth. But yeah, some people actually don't reach out. And you think it's you that's going to be, you're going to be the exception. But because sometimes exes hold back because of guilt or shame or not wanting to get into a fight, you do have to go to them. So eventually, once you've kind of stayed away long enough to convince that your ex that you've accepted the breakup and moved on, it will become acceptable to make bids for their attention. So eventually it become acceptable for you to reach out to them. But right now they can't know that you want anything, let alone a relationship. They can't even know that you just want to hit them up and just be like, hey, how's it going? Because a lot of the undertones of people coming back together has to do with the scarcity, the supply and demand of romance. Okay. So, in other words, the threat of you moving on and meeting somebody new. And for them to really buy into that and actually believe that, they're not just going to think that just because you broke up. They're going to watch and kind of wait to see what your behavior is and this kind of thing. So once they become convinced that you really did accept their breakup and started to move on, that's when they start to care again. So you can't be perceived as wanting anything because aren't you getting your needs met by David Beckham or Megan Fox at the moment? Huh? So we need congruence of behavior here. We need everything to add up to this truth that you didn't want the breakup, but you've accepted it. You're starting to move on. And because you're cool as shit, that's the way your life is going. And because your life is going that way, you don't need anything from them. So you don't chase, but you don't hate them either. You don't avoid them either if you were to run into them at the grocery store. Now, if you want to be told what to do every step of the way, make sure that you get your ex back as quick as possible. Click into my profile, click this link, set up a call, and I'll talk to you soon.